And bring your hands to your body. Feet, soles of the feet can be flat, knees can be raised. And just give yourself a moment to find the rhythm of your breath. Just notice where it might be, whether it's in the chest or deep in the belly. And you might just bring your attention to the next breath. Just follow it all the way. And then sigh out. So just give yourself a few moments to notice how your breath is on this day. Every day is unique. Every experience, every trauma of my life has brought me to this moment. And I have survived them all. Just notice what it feels like to follow the breath. You might like to tuck your chin and feel into the back of the skull. That slightly unusual kind of double chin feeling of tucking your chin in. And just notice as you do this whether your spine rises. We're looking for a heavy tailbone, spine to be close to the ground. And you might like to just roll the shoulders down, roll the elbows down towards the feet, just so that neck is as long as it can be. So we're going to start today in our static posture. We're going to do some isometric shapes, which pretty much just means static shapes where we engage our muscles without putting any pressure on them, without much movement. And we'll start with my favorite one, the sleeping tiger. So you might just feel, keep that hand on the lower body, one hand on your lower belly, and just notice what happens as you lift up your knees. You'll feel this muscle engage, and this is our transverse abdominis. When we lift up our knees, you might bring your knees together, your feet together, and just notice that feeling of the engagement of the muscles. Keep heavy through the tailbone, and you might just check if you've drawn any tension to your shoulders or your jaw. Relax the upper body. And we're just going to keep our knees up here. Take a break if you need to, but if you can, keep your feet together, ankles together. Thighs are drawing in. Your knees might not be touching, but they're close. And just see if you can focus on keeping the legs up, but keeping the upper body soft and the breath flowing. Now, it's so easy to just stop breathing when we're engaging our muscles. So just notice if you have stopped breathing, and probably a good idea to start breathing again at some time. Just feel this sense of muscle engagement while we flow with the breath. Anytime you need to, take a break. You might like to scan through your eyes. Just maybe lift your eyebrows in big surprise. Scrunch up the eyes. Open the mouth. Just roll through those muscles in the face. Just check if there's any tension anywhere and let it go. And if you feel like you've got that rhythm of the breath, that you can just keep your focus on the breath, And your upper body is softening, relaxing, tailbone heavy. You might float up the arms, curl at the wrists, press the hands towards the sky, feet towards the wall. And just drop down through your shoulders so your shoulders are heavy into the ground. And now we're in this full sleeping tiger shape. Also, I had it referred to as dead cockroach, but I don't really like that one too much. Sounds a bit dark. Sleeping tiger sounds a little bit more regal. So you're probably starting to feel a lot of sensation on the inside of your thighs, your adductor muscles. Just notice any parts of the body where you have that strong sensation. Keep following the breath. Take a break if you need to, anytime. But if you like to just breathe through the sensation, do that too. You might start to feel tingly through your body. You might start to feel that sense of blood moving from fingers, from toes, back towards the organs. And sometimes this unfamiliar feeling can be a little challenging. Just notice it. And as your mind starts to wander, as it will, see if you can just move away from any judgment, away from any definitions or analysis. Just let your mind wander. Maybe invite it back to the breath. Our mind will probably tell us something is good or bad, right or wrong, working or failing. So just notice that dynamic. And if you're just sitting with the discomfort, notice what it's like just to hold that discomfort. Just let it be there. Helping us become a little more resilient, maybe. All right, I think we're nearly done. Let's take 3 more big breaths. Sighing out. Breathing in, belly expanding. Letting go. One more time. All right, if you'd like to bring the knees into the chest, wrap your arms around. You might rock a little from side to side. And you might just feel like you're welcoming your legs back to the rest of your body. Let's just extend the legs out. Just take a few moments just to notice feeling in the body. Just allow everything to be heavy. Might feel that sensation of chi just rushing back, this feeling of flow in the body and the blood. Always reminding ourselves we're 70% water, always flowing, always moving, not static, not solid. Let's bend those knees again. We're going to press our feet into the ground, turn the palms to face down. You might bring the heels in close to the sit bones. Take a breath in. As we sigh out, we're going to reach our fingers forward, but keep the head heavy. Inhale to come down and exhale to lift. Shoulders stay heavy, head stays heavy. Sighing out as we lift up. And then you might pause a moment before you inhale, take the head and fingers back down. And sigh out as you lift up, reach forward, fingers towards the heels. So we're back in our core abdominal muscles here, both the belly and the upper chest. Shouldn't be any strain in your neck, so keep your head heavy, shoulders heavy. Just find a rhythm with your own breath. Let's do 3 more times. And then we'll draw the knees in again. And this time you might like to just take one hand on each knee and take some circles with the knees, opening through the hips. Maybe changing direction, come back the other way. And this time we're going to bring our knees up again, just like we did before. Drawing the feet together, inside of the knees touching. Take a big breath in. Same movement, reaching forward, head heavy. Inhale to drop down. Exhale, reaching up. Tailbone stays heavy and still. And you want your spine in a natural curve, but shouldn't have any tension in it. Stronger we make these core abdominal muscles each time we practice, the less likely we are to cause any injury or stress on our spine, on our back. Let's take 3 more again. And just like before, draw the knees in. You might rock from side to side. And this time we're going to reach in between the legs, maybe take a hold of our shins or our ankles, and just press the feet up high. Let the tailbone stay heavy. And you might like to just tuck that chin in. So neck is long, back of the head is heavy. And drop your shoulders down as far as you can too. So we've got a wide and long connection to the earth from back of our head to base of the tailbone. If you feel your spine is curved or your head is lifted, just take the hands further down the legs. Doesn't matter where you reach. Sigh it out, sink down, heavy as you can. And we're going to take our left foot over the right knee. You might like to just reach that knee away and then lift the opposite foot, lift the right foot up. You might take your hands to just support that leg. And we're looking for a strong sensation in our left hip joint. Just let it be there. Hold this shape. Tailbone is heavy. Notice if your shoulders have started to hunch up to your ears, just drop them back down. Drop them down towards the ground. And you don't have to be pulling the leg in. Just let those arms be as heavy as you can. Work the legs a little more. So right now you'll be feeling strong sensation on the outside of the leg between the hip and the knee. This is our IT band, our iliotibial band. Just notice that feeling. And we'll take 2 more breaths together. And let's expand our arms wide, shoulders heavy. And we're going to roll those knees over to the ground, just twisting through the spine. Maybe the knees come down all the way, maybe not. Sink it down. Keep that left shoulder heavy. As you sigh out, you might even sink deeper into the twist. Just let it go. And then we'll roll back. We're going to switch our legs, untangle those legs, take the right foot over the left knee. And just like before, keeping upper body soft, just lift that left foot up. You might support the leg with the hands, but don't pull it in. Just let the hands be heavy, shoulders heavy. Feel that strong sensation on the outside of the leg. Scan through the face again. If you're holding any tension, just take a cheeky smile. Just let that tension float off. And when you're ready, extend the arms, shoulders heavy, and just sigh out. Let those knees come across the body and down. And you might get all the way down, or maybe not. Just honor your own range of movement. Maybe sighing out, sinking deeper. Right shoulder stays heavy. And we'll roll back onto our spine. And just like we did before, just extend the legs long, allow the feet to flop out. And you might just wobble from side to side, just noticing this feeling of energy moving through the back of the body. So we're working all the different muscles in our legs, just creating that strength that supports our movement throughout the day, every day. Okay, so if you have a TheraBand, we're going to take a hold of that. If you don't, that's okay. So if you have the TheraBand, wrap it around your the left ball of your feet and reach that leg up. And if you have no TheraBand, just hold your hands on the leg. Tailbone stays heavy. We'll take the TheraBand into our left hand. Just let your right arm be heavy. And see if you can just use the TheraBand just to hold it there. We're not trying to pull it. We're not trying to stretch the leg or anything like that, just for now. Just let tailbone sink down. And if you want to increase this sensation here, without pulling anything on your arm, just curl the toes back towards the head. And you'll feel that hamstring stretch go a little deeper. You might find your leg and knee start to shake. That's okay. Just like you did before. Scan through the face, allow everything to soften, shoulders heavy. So we're just working the back of our leg now. And when you're ready, we're going to take the leg, point the toes, and just take some small circles, just a few inches wide of the hip. So just opening out just a tiny bit. And your circles might just be the size of a grape, or they might be the size of a golf ball, or the size of a tennis ball. But however big you make them, what we're trying to do here is just keep our tailbone still. So we're not twisting the spine. Our spine is still. Our shoulders are relaxed. Our tailbone is heavy. So we're just working the muscles of our legs. And if this feels a little unfamiliar, it's quite possibly because we're always putting stress on our spine unnecessarily. This is why we isolate these muscles, work them separately. You might change the direction of your circles. And then we'll slowly bring the leg back above the body. Take it out of the TheraBand and just take it long. Extend the leg out and just notice if your leg feels a little different to the other. It might feel longer, it might feel lighter, it might feel heavier. Just notice that feeling of energy moving. Take a few breaths here. And now, just like we did on the other side, we're going to extend our right leg. If you have the TheraBand, wrap it around. And if you don't, that's okay. Just use your hands. Tailbone stays heavy. Left arm comes by the side of the body. And just make sure you're not pulling your leg in. Just find that edge of sensation. Curl the toes in a little more if you can. Take a few breaths here. Let go of any tension in the upper body. Right, just like we did on the other side, we'll point the toes, take the leg a little wider, just wider than the hip. Find the size of circle you want. Point the toes and slow, small rotations. If you find that your spine is moving or your tailbone is moving, just make the circle smaller. Doesn't matter how big the movement is. Key thing is just to keep control. Or give your spine a rest. You might like to change the direction. Notice if you're holding your breath. And when you're ready, let's bend this knee and we'll extend that leg out just like we did before. Notice that feeling. Hopefully our legs are the same length on each side now. Who knows though? All right, we're going to keep that sense of energy moving back into our body every time we come into this shape. This is essentially an inverted shape where our heart is just a little above our head and our energy is moving back from extremes of our body, our toes, back towards our organs. So let's come back to the left leg. And this time we're going to take the TheraBand in our right hand. If you haven't got the band, just hold that leg. We're going to draw the leg back over the body. So the right leg is over the top. Sorry, the left leg is over the top of the right leg. And let the arms be heavy. And just like before, we take our small circles. And if you feel that sense of tension on the outside of the leg. This is our sciatic nerve. Just notice that. You might point the toes. Keep that spine still. As you feel yourself twist over, just drop the tailbone down, the hip bone a little. We're drawing our leg over, but we're not lifting the spine. If you are moving too much, just make the movement a little smaller. It can be tempting to twist, just like we did before. But this movement is not about twisting. This movement is about isolating these leg muscles and helping our lower body and upper body between our ribs and legs be more connected, more communication happening. All right, let's take that TheraBand out, extend that leg. Just take a moment to notice how you feel. And then when you're ready, we'll come over to the right-hand side again. Using the band, pressing the leg up, curling the toes in. Take the band in your left hand this time, and we'll take our right leg over the left, and then pointing the toes. Keep the tailbone heavy and still. If your jaw is locked, you might like to just open the mouth, relax all the face, the jaw, the cheeks. You might notice one side of your body feels different to the other. This is okay. Quite often our legs are not exactly the same length. All right, whenever you're ready, take that TheraBand out. Last time, we'll just extend the legs out. Right, rock a little on your tailbone. Just notice this feeling of chi, of energy having moved back from the toes towards the kidneys. Just feeling this flow down the back of our body. And when you're ready, we're going to take our arms over our head. So our whole body is long and heavy. We'll take a breath in and reach up. And then we're going to slowly peel up. Now, if you need to, you might take a hold of your legs and help yourself up, but just see how you go, slowly coming up. And when we reach the sitting position, let's take a new breath, feel crown of the head lifting up. And then we're going to slowly draw forward. Sighing out. Inhale to grow tall again, crown of the head high. And then take the arms out, find that C curve, slowly come down, press through the heels, press through the sit bones. See if you can control this descent as you sigh out, not just slumping down. Take your time, and then arms come all the way overhead, let it go. All right, let's reach up again, big breath in. And then we slowly peel up as we're sighing out. You might draw yourself in using the legs, see how you go. Once we're up sitting, find those sit bones. Feel that length up through the back of the spine. And then we sigh out. Just slowly let the head be heavy. Not trying to reach forward. You'll feel a strong sensation down the back of the legs. Inhale to come back up. And then just like we did before, reach forward, curl the spine. See if you can really slow down this movement, side out. If you want to really push yourself, just come back up. Take another breath and then sigh out. Curl that spine, press through the sit bone, press through the heels, and then come back up one more time. Big breath in and then sigh out. All the way down. All right, nice work. Let's take our knees into the chest and just rock a little from side to side. And we'll do one more little bit of intensity. We're going to take a big breath in and then exhale, big Superman kind of star jump. Just reach everything in arms, feet, in all directions. Inhale, draw everything in, curl up into a ball. Exhale, reach out. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Let it go. Take a breath whenever you need to. You can have a break. Just come down onto the ground. One more time. And we'll let everything go. All right, let's take our arms down by the side of the body. Bring your heels in close to the sit bones, knees raised. We're going to take a breath in together. And as we sigh out, press through the feet, curl the spine up. Back is heavy. Tuck that chin in. Inhale to roll down. And exhale to lift up. Now find your own rhythm with the breath. You might like to imagine you're isolating each vertebrae as you roll up and down. Keep pressing into the feet, press into the shoulders. Next time your body comes up, just hold it there, press into the floor. Let's take our arms up overhead, breathe in. And then we'll sigh out, curl the spine down. Inhale to bring the arms down. And then exhale to curl the spine up. Inhale, lifting the arms up. Exhale, curl the spine down. Inhale, arms come down by the side. Exhale, press through, lift up. So just keep going in your own time. When you're inhaling, you're moving your arms. And when you're exhaling, you're moving your spine. See if you can keep the breath constant. And you might even take a pause at the end of each breath. Next time our tailbone comes up, just hold it there. We're going to take a breath in and reach our right foot up. Press into that left foot. Sigh out, spine comes down. Inhale, leg comes down. Exhale, roll the spine up. Now we press into our right foot as we inhale and left leg reaches up, point those toes. Sigh out, curl the spine down. Inhale, bring the foot down. Exhale, spine curls up. So just keep going from side to side. Press through that foot, draw the thighs towards each other. Control curling the spine down so you're not just slumping down. Keep your neck long and flat. One more each side. And when you're ready, let's bring the knees in again. Wrap the arms around. This time we'll take our arms wide. Leave the knees where they are. And you might like to just lift the hips and take them a little to the left-hand side as we sigh out and drop the knees to the right-hand side. If you can, keep the shoulders heavy. You might even like to turn the eyes to look away from the direction of the knees. And then we'll roll back onto the spine. Use control, use those core muscles. Maybe lift the hips, take a little to the right. Breathing in, sighing out as we take the knees down. Right shoulder stays heavy. Maybe we look back. Roll back onto the spine. Take your time. Maybe a couple more side to side. Keep the knees drawn together. Keep the shoulders heavy. And when you roll back onto your spine the next time, we're going to do a little bit of a rock and roll up into a seated position. Let's draw the knees in. You might take your palms down, just press yourself up so you can roll a little bit on the spine. And if that doesn't work for your body, that's okay. Just push yourself up into a seated position. Let's extend our legs wide. And we're going to just walk our hands forward. Just let the head be heavy. Take a breather here. Sigh it out. Walk the hands back. Let's draw the feet together. You might bring the heels close to the sit bones, take them a little further away, just whatever works for your body. Let the knees be heavy. Take a breath in, sigh it out. we're going to keep one leg where it is, the other leg we're going to bend. So we've got one leg externally rotated, one internally rotated, and the leg should be about 90-degree angles. Let's just feel around, feel like your sit bone, it'll be a little off the ground. We're going to take a breath, grow as tall as we can, and then as we sigh out, just walk the hands around, same direction as the knees. Let's take another breath in, grow tall again, and let it go. Might just get a little bit further. One more breath. Side out. And we'll walk back to the middle. Lift the knees, take them out side by side. And then same on the other side. So this leg externally rotates, the other hip internally. Find those 90-degree angles. Come up as tall as you can. You might feel the sit bone just a little off the ground behind. Take a breath in. As we sigh out, walk the hands around. Inhale, growing tall. And sighing out. One more breath. And we'll walk the hands back around to the front. We'll come up onto our knees. And you might like to just drop the sit bones into the heels. If that doesn't feel right for you, just sit however works for you. And we'll just take one hand down to the ground, other hand, reach it over. And then switch sides. One more time each side. Let's come back to the center. We'll roll our shoulders. Come back the other direction. And we'll draw the inside of our wrists to each other, pressing in, and then slowly roll one over the other. Might like to change direction. Let's draw our hands together, heart center, and you might like to just bring the knuckles of the thumb right up against the middle of the chest, elbows wide, a symbol of humility and gratitude. So just take a moment for gratitude for the sun being out today, for just your decision to come to the mat and practice today. Any small thing you would like to express gratitude for. And of course, let's bow to each other, just acknowledging shared energy of practicing each day.